So I am here with the one and only Seth, Andrew Echeverria, sharing coffee with oat milk and Belvita cookies.
Cheers. I bought the MPK and I had like the standard or the what's it called, the light version of Pro Tools.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I started like playing with, and it was like only 8 tracks limited at that time.
Yeah, I remember that. Like it was like not a demo, but it was like just the intro.
Yeah.
Intro SE.
I still made fire beats on that, man. I still ended up making fire beats.
What was like the transition, if you can recall, like from that like style of music? And I know you kind of do like beats sometimes here and there.
To
now
like rock, more like guitar
indie
music.
Yeah, like just crafting your musicianship from like producing beats and making beats into like playing and writing music, like actual songwriting.
Like growing up, I was always into like rock, so I always wanted to like play piano and guitar. And you know this, like I had a Les Paul. Like my dad bought me a Les Paul in like 5th grade, bro.
Yes.
So like my dad introduced me to a lot of music like as a young child, and like I was into like 80s rock, 90s R&B, 80s R&B, 2000s rap, bro. So like he definitely kind of set the tone for the rest of my like music career too. Like I was very inspired to do like any type of music, and then during middle school I kind of lost it, and that when I got into Kanye, that's when I started getting into making music again. And I would just say like I started making beats and I really enjoyed that, and then I learned of the 1975, and that's when I really got into like indie rock and just playing live music and guitar music and stuff. I am working or trying to work on a new EP right now for the Curbs. I wasn't planning on releasing like a whole different side project like the Curbs, like starting that at all. I wanted to do it for office hours, and like we at that time I was recording it. It was just we were all at different areas. Like Josh was back in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And
we were just on. We had our minds on different things.
So I didn't want to like release anything, just like 100% me into office hours, So I decided to start the Curbs, and yeah, you did do like guitar for like a while though, and like you were like the guitarist for your band, I think, right?
Yeah, I did guitar for Never Look South with Jose, and then I stopped playing guitar to do vocals.
I just want to like bring up a memory that I have of like my childhood. Elijah was having like a party, and I was like in 5th grade, bro, and me and Joshua were like, yo, Elijah's in band, this is the coolest thing ever. And then Joshua like invited me to come to their house for like that like house show / party.
Yeah.
And like I just remember like showing up, and like they were in the middle of a set, and Elijah had the guitar behind his head, dude. I was like, my jaw dropped, bro. I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
My friendship with you is so funny because like you're Joshua's best friend. Like when Joshua left to Tallahassee, obviously like he's a very integral part of like our lives. That's my brother, and we got very close before he left, and that's your childhood best friend. So I think it's cool that event, him just going to college out of town, allowed us to kind of migrate towards each other and establish a much more sincere friendship. On top of all of that, you and I, we're very similar.
Yeah.
Like the way we think, how we process information, the overthinking, like all of it. And I think our friendship kind of, allowed us to really like get through some tough times together.
For a hot moment of my whole like adolescent life, I was in a very deep pit that I never like realized until probably after I graduated. And I don't know what worked for me. I'm trying to like live life to its fullest and be as happy as I can, and it's working for me. So I think it just takes time, and like you got to really understand yourself.
Do a lot of like self-reflection.
Yeah, exactly.
For people like me, like I overthink a lot, so if I'm doing self-reflecting, like that might ultimately lead me to overthink more, and the situation would just probably get worse.
Yeah.
So like, how do you balance, you know, like healthy self-reflection and, you know, just not getting too into your head?
Yeah, I definitely, I could say I struggled with that heavy, bro. Like, I would be overthinking everything. And I think the way, like, I kind of overcame that is, I not, like, keeping myself busy, because, like, it's bad to ignore, you know, the way you're feeling. But I do say, like, a good way to get rid of that overthinking is, I don't know, find a hobby, or like find your enjoyment in life. And I had to learn that, like, you know, throughout the past 6 years. Right now I have a lot of time on my hands, so I'm just trying to take advantage of that time and, you know, create. I'm trying to write some more, do some stuff. I've told you this, but I've been getting into woodworking. So I've always wanted to get into like making stuff, like, you know, like doing handy stuff, but I never had like the tools. But my dad decided to actually buy like a circular saw super recently. So once we got that, me and my dad started working on like some projects together, making chairs and making tables, and it's very meditative for me too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes my mind off things. And like, for you to think about like your craft, and woodworking definitely is a craft, I think, because you want to make your project as perfect as it can be, you know. So it's just super fun, man. I think everybody should make something of their own. I think it's a very good hobby, to be honest. People I've never seen before: Frank Ocean, The Strokes.
Still haven't seen The Strokes, man.
Still haven't seen The Strokes, bro. I got a Strokes tattoo, if y'all didn't know.
I think we all know.
I honestly want to see Dijon again, bro. He's freaking amazing, bro.
The best concerts that I've been to was Outkast in Governor's Ball, 2014. I was like, where you are right now, Andre 3000 was right there. Like, the day after that they played.
Yeah, like watching Tyler, right?
Andre was watching Childish Gambino.
You saw Childish Gambino?
Yeah, at Gov Ball.
What album was out?
Because the internet. There's the VIP section and there's a trash can, and I went to go throw something out, and then I heard people saying like Andre, and I see him and he's like where Seth is right now, and I was like, oh shit, and I was like, Andre, and then
Did you take a picture of him?
No, he wouldn't. He ignored me, so I like pulled out my phone and I was just like, I just took a picture of him.
Took a selfie, bro.
I was trying to, but I didn't think quick enough, and I had like the iPhone 3GS.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the only times that I've like let go of myself at a concert, because I'm more introverted than I am extroverted. At concerts, I kind of just like enjoy the show for what it is, like the music, the production, the lighting, and I'm just like vibing. Yeah. But at the Outkast show, like, I had my hands and like my arms in the air. I was singing at the top of my lungs. I cried, dude. Like, it was just an emotional roller coaster. And then the same exact thing for when I saw Pharrell at Camp Flog-Gnaw. That was a stellar show. He just played through a bunch of classics that he produced. But those were like the best shows I've been to. Top 2 always. I always tell people that.
That's awesome, man. I think the top 2 shows I've been to, without a doubt, bro, Dijon and Tame Impala, bro.
Dijon, really?
Like, and the thing is, they were like two polar opposite type of shows, you know. Like, Tame Impala was at Shaky Knees in Atlanta, and it was just like so packed. He was closing out the festival, I believe. It was like Sunday night, and it was like the last act, so, you know, everybody was there. And bro, from the lights to the music and like everything together, it was just an experience, man. It was just like, I was closing my eyes at some points, man. I was just like, this is amazing. Like, just the music that loud in your ears, it feels so good, man. Yeah. You feel the bass in your heart. Sometimes I get scared, like I'm gonna have like a heart palpitation or something, like from the bass at concerts. But like, going from that, like, my other favorite concert would have been, or is, the Dijon concert that I went to. And I think that was just amazing, because like, it was in this small venue in Brooklyn, or in Manhattan, and it was packed. Like, everybody was there, you know what I'm saying? But when he was singing, it was just, everyone was quiet. I don't think I saw like one phone. Everyone was just like in the moment watching Dejan. Like, it was just so silent, dude. You just hear him and his guitar and his band, and it was just like, it was an experience too, man. It was very
intimate.
It's very intimate, yeah. That's I would like to, like, if I ever became successful in music, I would like to go out into film, do art, and I think just creative stuff, man, is just like the best job you can have. It's a dream, man. It's literally a dream, you know. You have to work hard towards it and, you know, be present.
Yeah, you have to put a lot of time and dedication into that because it's so hard to make an income off of art.
Yeah, exactly.
So trying to find the balance between like your regular income and also trying to be creative and to make an income off of that is probably one of the more challenging things as a creative, which is something that I've struggled with because it's kind of like, you know, how long do I want to spend my life trying to do something to make X amount of money off of?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's never supposed to be about the money, and it's not. But you know, life consists of bills and a mortgage.
You to eat.
And yeah, you know, so if you're able to tap into yourself and be able to put in the time, energy, and dedication into your craft, and then let that venture off into bringing you like an income, like, more power to you. And that is the dream and the end goal. Man.
To have like enough money to start doing philanthropist work, you know.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Like start a foundation and everything. I would love to do that, man.
One thing that I want to do at some point, hopefully by the time I'm like 30, so I got 5 years to knock this out, is create like a recreational center for artists or creatives. I mean, you guys know this, just since like the beginning of time. Like, I've always kind of been like in the background when it came to you guys, you know, creating and recording and writing. I like being in the background. I don't really like getting too involved. I don't like to overstep. And the best way that I know that I can help is just provide the resources.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always like tried to do. So like when I made my reckless expensive purchases on all the music gear that I've ever, you know, came across and didn't really get to utilize it to its highest degree or whatever, I know that now it's being put to use through you, through Josh, through Jacob, through Gian, through whoever, you know, because I've made the investment, and even if I'm not using it, at least someone is going to be able to take advantage of it. Like, Jacob's pedal board consists of my pedals, you know, but you know, now he doesn't have to worry about investing in his own.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, of course, he's going to come across some that he wants for himself, you know, but like, he doesn't have to start from scratch like I did. And so having some kind of center or like a recording studio or just like a facility to allow people to come in and utilize the resources so that they can, you know, pursue their creative endeavors, like that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I would love to do something like that too, but like I think I would do all mediums, you know. Like, I think the library does classes on all types of stuff, like sewing, even stuff like that, and computer classes. And I just think like that kind of recreational center would be like what I want in my community, wherever I end up, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Elijah has impacted my life like crazy, bro, and he's just like a super good big brother, like one of the best big brothers, bro. And I would not be where I am today if it weren't for him. Follow the Curbs on Instagram and Spotify.